By the right! Quick! March!
Why are you in the army, Crispin?
Because I like the uniform. That's a bit of a funny question. No, I drifted into it. But once I got into it, I decided I liked it. It's exciting. You're doing something. Essentially, what the army does, or the regimental system does, is it persuades people to put their life on the line for something like the regiment. I don't think soldiers, I mean, even me, the company commander, I don't think I'm really operating at a sort of high political level. You're doing it for your own people. The company, I mean, the very word company is I sound like a judgmental bishop now, is a sort of a word of comradeship, togetherness, in a common cause. I think it's rather a good word, company. The Prince of Wales' company, that's even better.
Major Crispin Black is 34 and an old boy of Harrow Public School. He's been in the army for 15 years.
Dress back!
Magnificent. Look at them. So they put you next to a hand. Gods.
Crispin commands the 100 men who make up the Prince of Wales Company in the Welsh Guards, all of whom are supposed to be over 6 foot.
Just relax here a minute now. Are you very straight? Get your nuts a scratch. Right, that's it.
Do you think your officer's mess looks nice?
No, it looks like a happy eater. But then I suppose that's what it really is.
Crispin is English, like most of his fellow officers. Together, they command 600 Welsh Guardsmen, whose traditional role is to protect the royal household.
Is that same sort of Peruvian puff cake you had before?
This is, I am Peruvian.
I haven't worn my fur coat.
The Welsh Guards were formed at the height of the First World War, at a time when the army was expanding. King George V was convinced that the Welsh should be part of his household troops. He ordered Lord Kitchener to raise a battalion to be ready for parade on St David's Day, 1915. 80 years later, and the regiment is coming to the end of a tour of duty in Northern Ireland.
I said, well, what happened? He said, one of my jocks had a negligent discharge last night, and I've got the blame. I said, but Angus, that's how it works out here. It's your fault.
For the last 2 years, the Welsh Guards have been based here in Ballykelly, a huge army camp on the north coast.
That's what we do out here.
From here they deploy to trouble spots all over Northern Ireland. Crispin's company is about to go down to the Irish border to protect a police station.
There's one with a gun, it follows you.
This film was shot 18 months ago, when secret negotiations were already underway that would lead to a ceasefire. 25 years in Northern Ireland has taught the British Army to fight a war in which it was supposed not to take sides. It's a peacekeeping role they find themselves playing increasingly around the world. The fighting British soldier is now forced to follow complex and rigid rules of engagement.
Don't be a fucking numpty.
There's a lot of discussion about the yellow card. For instance, when a mortar went off, when RUC Barrow was mortared, do you remember we had that last time we done that? The guy, the terrorist, was actually in the vehicle when it went off. He stayed in and then drove away. Now, can you shoot him as he drives away or not? Look at your yellow card. If he's killed or injured someone, yes. If he hasn't, you can't. Please, can you take your guardsman through the yellow card again and make sure its provisions are obeyed? I expect them to take fairly vigorous action if we're under attack. And I will back them up to the shagging hilt. If they act within the spirit and the law of the yellow card, I'll be there in court with them. My collar and tie, making sure they get off.
Ready! One 5-round group in your own time! Go on!
The key to the thing is going to be keeping the men motivated. I know, I don't want any hard luck stories. I know it's a nightmare. I know we're going to guard a police station for another 2 or 3 weeks. The rotation is easier this time. And I should be much less forgiving to people that are either idle or screw up, because nobody should be tired.
Sorry,
Well done, Mon.
I know that's my grouping anyway.
You do?
Oh, you fired at the wrong target.
I fired the wrong target.
Meat.
You both have to fire again now. Because every time I hit,
How many people have actually had to shoot, working-wise in Ireland, as opposed to training in this lot?
That's how I know they might know.
What do you mean, no?
Have you ever had to use a gun? I mean, against someone?
Against someone, no. No one's, I think, well, was it about 2 people have used a gun against someone since we've been out here for 2 years, and that's it. No one's actually been shot anyone yet, right? They haven't hit them, right? As you can tell by their shooting today. Useless.
How are you? Yeah. Delightful.
I thought it was only on 12 o'clock in the day.
Yes, I know. It's a fashion in the army to get up early at the moment.
It's 5 in the morning. Crispin and his second-in-command, Captain Rees, are leaving ahead of their men, who will follow by helicopter.
2 magazines for the pistol. That'd be great. Rees.
For security reasons, the 2 officers travel in plain clothes and armed.
Thank you very much indeed. Okay, Wilson. Enjoy. 87. How fine you're looking this morning. Good morning, Corporal Newman. Hello, sir.
Why does everything in the army have to happen at dawn? Travel heavy. Right, unlock the doors, actually. We've actually got quite a lot of bullets if you run into trouble, haven't we? Most people in Northern Ireland, most army battalions will have what is called a tactical area of responsibility, which is a real mouthful, known as a patch. We're the only people that don't have one. Although we live in Ballykelly, we're not responsible for the security of the area around Ballykelly particularly. And we're hired out as the brigade and the province reserve to wherever extra troops of high quality are required. Some parts of the province are out of bounds to us, except when on duty and armed. But you don't go into a red area unless you're armed and with a gang of people. That's fair enough. In fact, Cookstown, we're about to go into a red area.
Easy, Tiger. How are you this morning?
Not too bad yourself.
I'm looking deeply attractive there. I hope you agree. Not at all. That's okay. You change your mind. What is it about me that looks unpleasant?
Nothing. Good luck.
Okay, bye now.
We're back. Right, round up the usual suspects.
Yes.
In fact, no, what's that great line in Casablanca?
Major Black is back.
Round up twice the number of usual suspects and tell them the boys are back in town.
The Prince of Wales Company have guarded this police station before. It's being reinforced against the IRA's latest weapon, a new high-powered mortar. Their job is to protect not just the policemen inside, but the builders who are working round the clock to make it safe.
This is getting more Monty Python-esque by the minute. He's trying to tunnel in.
Yeah.
And so on. It looks really
He's knocking down a wall which keeps us alive.
Stand by and open the gates for the noble Rees.
Yeah, it's a shame you couldn't get the Hillstar.
How are you,
right.
Sticky? Yeah, not so bad. Have you missed me savagely?
Yeah, absolutely.
The company will live inside this compound for a month. No soldiers will be allowed to step outside unless fully armed and on patrol. Crispin is taking over from another company of Welsh Guards. It will be the last handover before the compound will be considered mortar-proof.
How are you?
Come, it's Major, hello.
How are you?
Very well, sir.
Good to see you.
How's it been? Good month?
Oh, it's been great, sir.
Are you looking forward to getting back?
Brilliant.
Or a shithole?
Yes, sir.
I mean,
Looking forward to getting back, or is that a stupid question?
Bit of a stupid question, sir.
Right, welcome back to Rossley. One thing I'll ask you, the new building, keep out of it. It hasn't been handed over. Until the contract is handed over, stay out the workman's way. 28 is going to take you straight round to the accommodation. Any questions? No? Good.
That is my cupboard.
Did you rig the light switch up?
Yes. Otherwise you have to get out of bed to turn the light off. Isn't it clever? Aren't guards officers adaptable? Flexible? Lots of detective novels. Smith? Need lots of books. The tattler. Just to conform to the stereotype.
Anyway.
Yeah. Did you, Bennett? You didn't. You succumbed, did you? I fucking knew you would.
you didn't succumb, you just proposed.
No, I was brave and able.
Just dump it in my room.
Reese, you made it on the transport.
I did indeed.
Congratulations.
I wasn't left behind.
Were you last time?
Yes.
Yeah, exactly. It was classic. Big Swedes. And Matthew, go fuck yourself.
Everything all right?
Yeah, everything's fine. Yeah.
What's your first cycle?
We're straight out on patrol.
Okay, I want to get you out as soon as possible because we're being protected by a locally raised militia, which I don't trust.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
we need to get some leaks on the street.
Right.
I'm sure you would agree.
Hotel Zero, this is Hotel 31 Charlie, radio check, over. Hotel 31 Charlie, okay, out. There's an end for inspection for height. Every pass your East Springs, clear, clear, clear. Bring your head.
We're blessed today. Oh, yeah. Blessed with this good weather.
Better weather than normal.
Oh!
So you have buckets.
Fucking bored already.
Rossley is a tiny nationalist village in the midst of a farming community. It's just 500 yards from the border with the Republic.
Doesn't like the argument. I might just say a friendly hello to him when he's... Afternoon. Very well, thanks. How are you? The local priest. Yeah, I'm not the warmest of receptions. But,
So Crispin, how's things?
They're all right.
Right. No worries.
They hasn't changed much.
Up the Park Road down there?
Yeah, got very exciting location, very exciting.
Where were you for now?
Before that, I was in my room.
And where are you going now?
We'll probably just wander up the street. Check it. There's a gang down there doing the route
is indeed.
but I think that's been completed already.
They're floating about down there.
It's quiet, isn't it?
Aye, sure. Everyone's about getting pished.
Only through renunciation of violence and engagement in the democratic process, a search for a just
if you were to look down the hill, you can see exactly why nearly 100 men are devoted to the defence of this one police station while it's rebuilt. Imagine if you drove a tractor up here with the RA have a Mark 15, big mortar in a gas jar. You could lob it in there just like a whiz bang. It's 100 kilograms of explosive, and if we're in there when it hits, it's goodnight Vienna. That is why these guys you're seeing here now, they're tired, they're wet, they're probably quite pissed off. They're out here day in, day out, 24 hours a day.
What will happen once it's been rebuilt?
They'll probably attack it. Yeah. But at least once it's rebuilt, the protection inside it will be enough so that providing you're not standing in the open when it comes over the fence, you'd probably be all right, unless you're really unlucky. At the moment, if they drop one in there now, even on the fortified police building, we'd be fucked, basically.
Who pays for the rebuild?
Taxpayer.
And how much does it cost?
The rebuild, I think each individual station, I think it's in excess of 2 million.
Keeps you employed though, Crispin.
Keeps me employed? Well, yeah, male modelling isn't what it was, but I think I could always slip back. Do you know, there's one other place in the world that I've been to, certainly, where the police stations are like this.
Where?
Guess, Israel. Funny that, isn't it? I like that. They try... I used to see Ross Lay, you know, come in, get a new driving licence, have a cup of tea with the police. Those are old days, really. All these soldiers you see here, the guardsmen, are on my flick. I'm responsible for them if they get killed. Therefore, if we roughed up a few people when we came in just to make sure they knew we were here, it's up to me to take the flak for that so that the guys on the ground can be a bit safer. Otherwise, what you want in a democracy is they just want us to sit there like that and think, such a shame the nationalists don't like us and they want to mortar this police station. You've seen a mortar go off.
Why have you now, sir? Smoke yeah. What do you do? Building of a factory. You're a builder, yeah? What's your name, mate?
What you've got here is simply a fort. Look at it. It's on high ground overlooking the village. It's heavily protected. And you've got, you know, one of the most modern armies in the world living in a fort waiting for the Apaches to come. I'm not supposed to be ever watchful.
Very much.
Mate, Sart.
Yeah, can I... If he's doing it...
Come on, mate, Sart.
Oh, just tell me to do this.
Oh, brilliant. Right, I'm having a siesta. I'll see you guys later.
Right, Bob. Right, Bob. You're saying all that shit, yeah? Yeah. Got a scofflaw, mate. Can I get my pen, please?
How can you sit looking at a road all the time without going demented?
I don't know, you just try and concentrate on the life that happens out there. Like, it's something to get used to.
This is a forbidden zone. I think he's in here. Hey, listen. Is that our ashtray? I just can't.
Crispin, what is this place? Can you explain to me?
We're in the police accommodation and offices in RUC, which, as you can see, is heavily mortar-proofed, rather elegant in design, and rather comfortable. Perhaps you might like to contrast it with where we live. But we're not allowed to smoke in the operations room. There is a no smoking policy now, recently introduced by the RUC.
It is a little harsh for my diet of 40 cigarettes.
Which we're determined to break at some point, but there also seems to be a no Molly policy.
Well, that's sound.
Which we're doing our best to circumvent.
We have very restricted access to the police. We must not show their faces nor reveal the layout of the station.
You all right, Molly, stop.
I'm Crispin Black.
The police are under constant threat, and the station compound is their territory.
The question of our national flag, you know. But my diet of humble pie is becoming a little rich these days, I think. But that's life.
Hello, Hotel 22 Charlie. This is Hotel 0. Sit rep, over. Once they've left, there's only one further vehicle which is due at our location, and that's a flatbed lorry with concrete, and that will be leaving at approximately 1900 hours. Therefore, it looks like you'll be scoffing at about 1930.
We ain't allowed to fly our flag. In every Welsh Guards base or position I've ever been on, in peace and war, we fly the Welsh national flag. Not an army flag, the Welsh national flag. It's a rather magnificent-looking flag, you've probably seen it. But the police don't like us flying it. They told me to take it down. Right, Pedro, we are going to take over this room and put a video and a television in here. They will not allow us to fly the Welsh flag over this base, which I think is a shagging disgrace. And having it taken down by a sergeant in the RUC, I found particularly insulting. Now, in order to get it up, which we are determined to do,
we put the money in, can you run it?
We've just got to be clever about it.
We're all going to be together.
Hi, man.
Want to be together?
Don't you think? I'm determined to get that flag up. It sounds pathetic, but I'm absolutely determined. The only way we can do it is to accuse the RUC of racism.
They're scared.
Go to the European court.
And yet they've got the Union flag up today.
If I say it's a military flag, we've got to have it up, they'll say no and tell me to piss off. If I say, listen, well, it smacks of racism, you know. Principality of Wales.
We're all depressed.
This is a disaster.
We're all depressed.
Come on.
Everyone's chasing out of them.
I must admit, Butler must be one of the biggest pricks in rugby. Good ball.
That's how it goes.
They've lost again. Every time.
Half of Wales piles in, sets it up again to move. Jenkins. Come on! Lewis once more, trying to find Scott Quinnell. He's there, pushes it back. Makes it over the advantage line, and this is Andrew with an overlap here. He goes for the bit of a gap himself. Redmond on the charge, 5 metres out. Again, England pound the Wales goal line. It's available. Redmond trying to go over England.
England will be happy to cap down here for the last minute, and whatever injury time there is to add on.
Hello, all Jamboy call signs. This is Hotel 0 Alpha. Sadly, Wales lost the match, 15-8. Do not be too depressed. Out. Morale's going to dive, yeah. If we won, the girls going to be on a high.
Yeah.
Okay,
in a deep Welsh depression.
I was feeling depressed the other days, so I wrote this poem. Would you like to hear it? Called Happiness and Depression. How do we find such a special emotion? The fish have no worries as they play in the ocean. For am I more important than a fish in the sea? There are times when I wish a fish could be me.
Dylan Thomas.
If I list and analyse the things making me sad, then maybe again I could feel happy and glad. The innocence of childhood, so carefree and young, my finest hour had passed me before realising it had begun. How I long for those days, but they're over and gone. Make the most of your hour, for the day is not long. I miss my family, friends, home and my bed, a special friend that I lost because I chose the army instead. Someone shoot me now, please. I miss the rugby, beer, Saturdays after the game, waking up with a woman and not knowing her name. I miss the freedom of life that I once took for granted. Does this new perspective of life give me what I wanted?
What do you want at the moment?
Well, it's supposed to be QRF, but we're going out to the ground.
Do you want to die as well?
No, I'm not. Well, I'm on a faculty.
You've been bending your chick.
What are these?
95?
Steak kidney.
Ground control to 95. Are you receiving me? You've been fanning your chick. You're a sad and lonely man. What you want to say is, tonight I will love you, but tomorrow I shall leave you. Well, that is the way of a Welsh Guardsman. Until she gets bored of your pathetic sexual technique.
I've had no complaints for the last months.
You're only human. You're only flesh and blood.
Well, the thing is, it depends. The women like the mature look as well as the young, blonde-haired, blue-eyed, 6'1" hunk.
Well, the mature look, you need someone with no hair.
But also the mature kind of man, the experienced fella, sir, like yourself. You've been around the world a bit. You know that.
Go far. You're going to go far.
You know the.
We've just had a little complaint. It's not. I've spoken to the policeman about it. It's what's happened is Sergeant Griffiths just did a little rummage in this guy's garage. The guy came back, saw him, and also apparently one of the guards was taking a fire position on top of his wife's prized raised bed. I was speaking to 45. I was speaking to the policeman. It's not going to be an official complaint. No, and I've just told 45 to stay away from that house, and actually not to rummage. He should just be doing VCPs anyway.
Yeah. Macy destroyed his wife's prized fucking rose bush. Not even a fucking rose in his garden. And accused me of stealing papers from his fucking shed. Yeah, you know.
Copy. Bloody starving, man. He's starving. What? Oh, somebody complained I stood on their bloody rose bush. There wasn't even a rose bush there. Bloody idiots. Irish twats. Tell you, bloody shoes you in here, you know. Rose bush.
Got me lying on my bed.
Explain to me why I have to film you on your bed.
Because there's nowhere else to go. We can't go to the ops room because you're not allowed in there, because the stuff in there is secret. We can't go to the briefing room because the stuff in there is secret. That's it. Where else is there? My bed.
So how do you keep it all going, Crispin?
I need some kit. I'm knackered. How do you keep anything going for a month? I mean, 90 men living in a place designed for, what, 20? Patrolling a tiny town that if we take our eye off it for even ein Augenblick, the blink of an eye, you know, they are able to try and pull something off. Yeah, it's a shame the food's gone down. I know. Too many fish fingers, aren't there? Yeah.
Why do you eat so many chips?
Do you not like chips? You've got to have chips. Actually, one of the great things about being on a deployment like this is that we don't have to have, officers' food, so-called. I mean, just get some fish and chips down there.
That is very
That's what you need.
You're missing me loads.
Yeah. Put on my new negligee, and you haven't got her address, have you, by any chance? She doesn't like tall, dark, good-looking young girls, obviously, does she?
No, she likes guardsmen too.
Yeah, well, she's any human.
We're just gonna have a look next door, sir.
Constable Major, I don't mind if you stand in the doorway. Could I possibly just get the tea there?
Indeed not, sir. There's more important things going on. Come on, let's go.
Thank you very much.
Can I have the tray back, sir, because there's not enough done.
Immediately?
Yes, please, sir.
Okay.
One of the main things about life, certainly for young men, is access to the opposite sex, and we're not allowed to do that, so of course we're obsessed with it. Not that I'm any longer young, but I'm looking for a girlfriend. I'm a bit short at the moment. I think Matthew's had sex more recently than I have. Can I touch you?
No. More recently and more swiftly. But it's sad.
It is a bit sad, isn't it?
But
Why do the guardsmen succeed if you don't?
I think they're better looking than I am, that's why.
Have the courage of a
That's
thousand.
my chip.
Courage of 1,000 lions and the perseverance of 1,000 Turks. They don't take no for an answer, and they go ugly early to beat the rush. They're not shy.
You can hear everything that's
Do
said
you
all
want to
the
get
time.
married, Crispin?
Do you want to get married?
Yeah.
Of course not. I'm married to my company.
Do you think you get the job done better when it's single sex?
Yeah, I'm sure you do. And if you look at the people in the company that are married, and most are not, they've got concerns, wives, babies, all the rest of it. We might as well be in Rossley as anywhere else. Doesn't really make any odds. It does.
Alright, how's it going? Not too bad, mate. Cheers. Where you off to? Drive carefully. Alright then.
Where's home for you?
I'm from Swansea in South Wales. Small little village called Mumbles. On the coast.
Are you from South Wales too?
Yeah, the other side of Swansea.
Do you feel Welsh or English?
Oh, Welsh, definitely. Definitely. Cold. No, Welsh. Definitely Welsh, yeah. South Wales as well, South Walian.
Yeah.
There's a difference between
Hicks.
North Walian and South Walians.
Yeah.
Which is what?
Hicks.
North Walians mainly speak Welsh. Like, I can't speak Welsh, I couldn't understand a word of Welsh. And you'll find most South Walians won't. But most of the North Walians speak Welsh, and they got a sort of high-pitched tone to their voice. Yeah. Sort of screaming sort of talk. Whereas the South Walians are more civilised. We don't live in caves. We got round wheels and cars and stuff like that, all the modern stuff.
Look at him, professional. That's me.
He's from where?
Swansea! Who's 66? He's a hick. He's from North Wales.
And this is Anson Harris, 05 from Port Talbot.
And this is Handsome Harris, 05 from Port Talbot. In for half hour, out for another 3. Come on in.
Sorry, we're coming in.
Get your head down.
There's a fucking gaggle round here. The loading and unloading of weapons is a serious and dangerous business. I get on with it and go away once you've finished. I just want the people unloading and a non-commissioned officer supervising, and that's it.
But there's been more. They've been going out as a fucking off-track truck. Yeah, obviously to fucking try to catch the vehicle. They'd get their way in. Probably fucking just come up. Probably a couple of minutes ago. Say about 10, 15 minutes ago. However, they're probably about well gone south by now. So now. Calm down. Right.
What's happening?
Newtown Butler's got mortared. These two teams are going out as a sort of rat trap to get the getaway vehicle. However, they're probably still in Newtown Butler.
Got a kit for the night, don't have to stay out all night.
Newtown Butler is the next door police station 12 miles away. It's just been mortared and all cars in the area now have to be stopped and searched.
Killy Villy, Hotel 30 Alpha check. India, Juliet, India.
Hotel 30 Bravo, Hotel 0, you are okay, Evan.
Hotel 1 Charlie, stand over.
To warn you of the possibility of a double tap after this attack. The attack on Newton's Butler was formed in an extremely unusual way.
New intelligence has come through. There's a possibility that the Newtown Butler mortar was a decoy, and Rosslea itself is now under direct threat of attack.
All call signs acknowledged in order, over.
Get the chairs out that way, we'll put them in the corridor for the night. It's only moving out for the night, the engineers are out of here in the morning. Is that 6 foot? Will it fit there? Yeah, get the 6 foot table on there.
Everyone sleeping in porter cabins must move in here to more protected accommodation.
They attacked this place, we're in deep shit.
Get a hot cloth. All right, we're going to scrub the top of it down. Make sure that the boiler goes down that end. Just going to plug into that.
There's no more space in the Mark 15 accommodation.
Not unless you put them in the airlocks.
Yeah, anything.
You can't put them in an airlock, so it's defeating the object. If they throw a grenade in there, then you might as well be in a bunker. They'll get in here, not a problem. They'll be out of here at 6 in the morning. Get them all in here. They're all up together and gone.
Hey, well done for keeping it all on expensive, but it's Company Commander. Hi, gang. God, it's freezing. Keep your eyes peeled.
License plates, black light. The locals say the sum effect makes them...
Beatings, come into my temple.
No mortars were fired at Rosslea, and the all-night stop and search revealed nothing.
Right, let's go.
Crispin, why aren't you armed? Why don't you have anything with you?
Because I'm going to speak to a shopkeeper who is upset by some of our troops. They've been hanging around his shop a lot, which obviously they have to do. He seems very nice, he seems very on side. And I think if I were to walk into his shop in a bulletproof vest and a helmet and a weapon, it might not seem terribly friendly. So, you know, it's a nationalist Republican village. If someone wants to talk to the army, I think we ought to, you know, try and go halfway to meet them if possible. Mr. Crowley around? Mr. Crowley, Major Black. We met a couple of days ago. I've got a BBC film crew. They're doing a documentary about us. If you want to get rid of them, we will.
By the way. Get rid of them.
He didn't want to appear on TV, did he?
I don't think he did.
I'm not surprised.
Is it that alleyway? That's what annoys me.
Some of the prices in here are scandalous.
You've been in there, have you? You've been in that shop?
In here? No.
How do you know the prices are scandalous?
I can see the prices from here. I do go shopping with my wife sometimes.
Have a good weekend. I'll see you around the bazaar.
All the best. Oh, yeah.
Ben, can you not linger in this alleyway, all right?
Yes, I just got
To guard me?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I know you have. Linger in that one. Because business is on the dial in the spa. All right? You're protecting me. I'll put it on. What if they drag me out the back? What would you have done?
bathrooms.
Let me go.
No.
Yeah, right. Can you try and keep passing it on? Keep people away from his shop. It's not tactically necessary anyway. The next one down where Bowen is, you can tuck yourselves in there, but try and keep away from his shop. He seems a reasonable man, you know. There are not that many reasonable people around these parts, so we need to be nice to him. And don't let the guardsman say, hey, we're not going to fucking hang around your shop, dink, because he's just trying to... There hasn't been any polish on those boots for about a week.
You have not polished those shagging boots for a week.
No rubber.
I'll inspect them when we get back. Okay, but I'll see you later. Never polishes his shagging boots.
Does it matter?
Of course it matters.
Why does it matter?
You can't have scruffy soldiers on duty in downtown Rosslea.
Yeah, that's no problem.
Let's go to bed in this.
Normal regimental life goes on wherever the Guards are based. Part of Crispin's job is to oversee the training and promotion of younger officers.
I'm not a graduate at all. However, the first page of my essay doesn't have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22 mistakes of spelling and punctuation.
Neither does mine.
What are you writing essays about? Before?
This is the young officers. There's the title. This is scintillating in the extreme. Future large-scale operations involving British forces are unlikely to take place in anything other than a multinational force structure, whether in a NATO setting or in a more ad hoc coalition. Discuss the advantages and the problems of operating as part of a multinational force and suggest action that the British forces could take now to reduce the effects of these problems. It doesn't bode well for Fulham, does it? No. I didn't know who it is set by.
If you stay in the army, you have to take a promotion exam, or 2 promotion exams. You've done one already, haven't you? But,
And do you both want to stay in and make it a career?
Personally, he was in favour.
Or are you moving through?
I don't know, I think you take it bit by bit. Maybe the army's changing, maybe it's time to go. But not at the moment. No, not when I'm with the company. I'll stay at the bitter end with them. You're a lot younger. You going to stay?
No.
We don't want to discuss this on camera.
Yeah. No, well... No.
You don't want to discuss it?
No, I don't want to stay. Not in the long term, because it's no life. Some nasty little peasant in the treasury, stopping boarding school allowances, and all that indicates is that it's far less of a life than actually it used to be. I mean, people used to go off and take 6 months half pay for shooting leave or whatever. I mean, it just used to be able to go around. Now it's Germany, England and Northern Ireland, and if you're jolly lucky, Bosnia.
Everyone knows the army's being ripped apart, and no one approves of it. But there's not very much we can do.
Let's go. Call should be downstairs.
Crispin has been called to Enniskillen for a meeting of senior officers. Let's take the guns with you absolutely everywhere.
Yeah, absolutely. Wouldn't you? Oh, excuse me. Yeah, I just head straight for Enniskillen.
Do you think discipline's important in society?
God, yeah. Yes, oh, absolutely, but slightly different from military discipline. I mean, military discipline exists to make people do things largely which they might not want to do naturally. I mean, no one wants to get out of bed and go on patrol at 4 o'clock in the morning and risk their life or whatever. I think discipline in society, yeah, is extremely important, and it's broken down completely. Take, say, a railway station, a big London terminus, on a bad day. Wouldn't you just give your eye teeth to somebody like 70?
Yes.
Just to come on the platform and get a shagging grip of everybody. And, you know, and it's somebody like that could do that. I mean, I think every London station or airport or whatever should have a Guards Company Major there, rifting these people around. I'm sure you would get, if you could impose the kind of discipline that we have on, say, a railway network. Not money or anything like that. I know you couldn't. I'm sure the trains would run on time.
Welsh Guards. All right.
Run to the officers' We're in Grosvenor Barracks in Enniskillen, which is the headquarters of the battalion that we're working for. The 2nd Princess of Wales's Royal Regiment. And there's the squidgies to their mates.
They've got the princess and you have the prince, which I think is rather...
Oh, well, the princess is their colonel-in-chief. The principal is only our colonel.
Who's your colonel-in-chief?
Queen.
As you're all aware of the significance of Easter to the IRA. I am very concerned about the run-up to Easter. It has been relatively quiet, with the exception of the Newton Butler attack. But as I explained to you before, that is a relatively easy attack for them. There's no doubt they've got a big one planned. All the combat indicators have been there. The intelligence reports have been there. And you all know the significance of Easter to the IRA. So please, maximum effort and attention in this build-up, fairly critical period in the build-up to Easter.
Do you ever get that?
What?
Doubts about... You look at the stars and you think, what the hell are we doing here?
When do you think that most?
Late at night? I think everyone gets that slightly. Your palms sweat. You think, where are we going?
What one thing would you like to do other than be in the army if you didn't stick in the army as a career?
I would like to be, I suppose, either... Had my life again, I might have become an actor, I think. Or I think I'd like to be a politician, MP, something like that. In a totalitarian state like North Korea. I think
Mission to support the RUC in order to allow the Easter Parade in Rosslare to proceed safely.
Now, safely means safely for them. That's to say the nationalist stroke Republican community in Rosslare, and slightly more importantly, safely for us and the RUC. Please explain to your men why the Republicans celebrate Easter Day. It's in commemoration of the rebellion in Dublin in 1916, when most human beings were fighting the Kaiser. The Irish decided to rise up against the British, who then controlled the whole of Ireland. And there was a bit of a punch-up in Dublin. It is like the 4th of July for the Americans. It's the date that they go back to, which provides their history and legitimacy for the Republic. So it's quite a big thing for them. And there's no doubt that passions might be slightly high, possibly fueled by alcohol as well. So where possible, unless things go badly wrong, we will not get involved at all with the parade, will not even be seen. Go through with your guys tonight the rules for opening fire with plastic bullets. Okay, I don't want to hear the thud of plastic mid-morning for no particular reason, although it would be fun. The yellow card, there are no changes to it except paragraph 5, in fact it's paragraph 5B. What it means is if somebody is driving a vehicle at you or your men or anyone else, and it looks as though that vehicle is being used as a lethal weapon to kill them deliberately or severely injure them deliberately, you can shoot the people in the vehicle to stop it if there's no other way of stopping it. Okay, that has not changed. What has changed is after the vehicle has hit the bloke and run him over, and you can't stop him in any other way, you cannot now shoot to stop him. So until the moment the guy hits you, or even while he's running over you, if he's using his vehicle as a weapon to kill or seriously injure anybody, you can shoot him dead to stop him. Once the act has taken place and he makes his getaway, you cannot fire to stop him. Make that very clear to everybody, otherwise we'll end up with life imprisonment.
When I was a kid, that's all I wanted to do was be a soldier, you know. I used to love it. I used to get all the gear. I used to get all the gear for Christmas. As I was getting older, like, I used to buy all the kit, all the boots, the combats, nice big survival knife, things like that. And then, as soon as I was in my last year of school, I wasn't really bothered on the army anymore. You know, I knew that it wouldn't have been my kind of life, but then, you know, sort of like, it wasn't too good at home, you know. It was getting boring everywhere. I got the way I work, you know. I got this job. I've got a woman, and that's all I believe in. That's all I do. No beliefs for nothing.
No passions?
No, not really. I'm quite a boring person when you get to know me.
What time's this parade kicking off, bud?
Pardon?
What time's this parade kicking off?
There's no parade.
There's not one. Where is it then, bud? I don't know. Sounds about fucking right, doesn't it? Hotel 0, Hotel 20 Bravo. There's some police approaching my location now. Right.
I don't know why, but people want and persuade themselves that the world is a rational place. I think it's a deep human need that everything is open to negotiation, that people will sit down and think and put their passions behind them. It just doesn't work like that. I mean, human experience isn't like that.
Or beliefs that you would take up arms for as a not legitimate as part of the army?
Well, I think the great, I suppose the great passion, that's not the right way to put it, is patriotism, Queen and country. And, you know, what I do coincides with a desire to defend that. What you're saying is, I mean, to put it another way, is there anything I would become a terrorist for? Well, the term terrorist is a difficult one and open to various people's interpretations. I mean, the IRA view themselves as soldiers. We view them as a sort of murderous rabble.
What is the difference between a soldier and a terrorist?
Well, if you look at, I mean, there are a number of technical differences. If you want to be a soldier, according to the Geneva Convention, you must wear a recognisable uniform and carry your arms openly.
What is... Leave him alone. I'm talking. Yes, he's talking already. These people are... Fake fucking cigarettes on. These stupid cigarettes.
What's he doing in the car? What is it?
Button just.
Is it like me?
I don't know.
Move on, I'm going to get the police down here. Yeah? Do you want the police down here? Hotel 0, Hotel 1 Delta over.
My cigarettes.
Roger, can you send a ruckload down here? We've got a bit of an incident down here.
We don't want police down. We don't want police down. We don't want
police down here or not?
Next.
Hotel 0, cancel my last over.
No, right. No, just one, sort this.
Hotel 0, cancel my last over.
We don't want no police involvement, right? We don't want no police involved.
Why are you moving, Corporal Lees?
Police have been in touch and they said to stay out of the area of the Rossley Arms. Because might antagonise something tonight, so just moving down, keep it quiet.
It's too cold to move. Freezing. I'd fight for Wales if given the chance. A Welsh army would be a good idea. I'll start one out when I get out of the army. This Welsh army. That'd be good.
It's the QRF changeover. 3 o'clock. And the stag changeover. At 3. And they're singing. Perhaps I should shout at them.
You know what nobody's actually explained? It's the oddness of this situation.
I think the oddest thing about it is having to wear men's clothing all day and not being able to relax in the evening in something a little more, little black cocktail dress or something like that.
You know what I'm getting?
100 men? Or no, it's less than that. Fewer than that. Can't remember. It's about... Well, the company's 100 men, and it's all down here with the exception of the Killy Villy gang. We've got everyone else in here. No women. No booze. What's that? But I don't. I think the worst thing is that underneath everybody realises they're conducting a fairly pointless task. You've seen it. Guarding a police station. How many policemen are there in this place? 8. Guarded by 100 people. And of those 100 people, well, I suppose some are guarding the policemen, but some are guarding the people who are guarding the policemen. So the number, as we were talking about earlier this evening, the number of people who actually got out chasing the IRA around the countryside is practically nil. Trouble is, they know we're in here. When you come and film us, where do you go to? Here, does it ever change?
No.
No. So they know we're here. They know that we have to be here to guard all the people in here. So, what comes first, the chicken or the egg? The base or the mortar? If you look at it, it's like heresies, like the Bishop of Durham. Actually, what he says is just something that people were saying in the 3rd century AD. So you get heresies that crop up again. Military heresies crop up the whole time, and the greatest military heresy of all is the Maginot heresy, that you can actually control anywhere or do anything from large fixed defences. But that's what you've got here. And like any really good heresy, which becomes an orthodoxy, you're not allowed to challenge it.
Secretary of State not realised that by his vacillation and delay, he's put at risk not only the tenuous peace, but also the lives of our own overstretched troops in Bosnia.
The British reinforcements are urgently needed to police the 2 peace deals in Sarajevo and in central Bosnia, for which the UN wants another 10,600 troops in all. But even with about 2,500 soldiers, including Scandinavians, Jordanians and Russians, moving to Sarajevo from Croatia, and offers of 3,800 new troops from France, Turkey and Britain, the British response being the quickest, there'll still be a shortfall of about 4,300, more if some of the...